we're doing, which is reliable, sustainable transportation.
Right.
And really, that makes it really clear. I mean, the roads are so hard on vehicles there, like traditional vehicles, but the
Okay.
motorcycles just zip around and through them. And
Okay.
so it's a great place for the motorcycle ministry.
Okay.
So there's 10
All right.
motorcycles buzzing around Africa.
So you are
church
going,
planning,
and
so.
there is an opportunity if somebody wanted to go on a mission trip.
Yeah, we're looking for some riders. There's
Okay.
an informational meeting on the 7th. So if you got any questions, call
Shoot
me
you
at
an
my
email.
office. Call me or
Okay.
shoot me an email. 424-7777.
Okay. Ask for Darren.
Ask for Darren, and
Okay.
it'll be probably next summer.
Okay.
We were tentatively thinking of one this year, but unfortunately with the Ebola and some hiccups in the flights and so forth as a result of that, we scheduled it. So
Okay. All right. So next is let's talk about Select Financial.
talk about Select Financial.
All right. What's going on in the financial world? You want me to ask you questions, or you just want to
Well, sure.
lead
You
your
can
own
ask-
conversation?
Yeah, no, ask me some questions.
I don't have any questions. So
Well, people on the July the 30th, the Dow dropped 300 and some points,
Okay.
and that's always shocking and alarming to people.
but it only drops for a day.
Well, but see, this is the thing. I'm I guess kind of the voice in the, not really the voice in the wilderness, but sort of the voice that's not in the popular right now.
Okay.
And why everybody's feeling like we're woohoo with the market and it's just going to keep growing and growing, I'm reminded of the real estate bubble.
Okay.
The market has basically grown without a major correction since 2009. We're historically due a 10 to 20% correction.
Okay. So for 5 years, it's been growing.
Right. So what I compare this to is if I'm on a motorbike and I'm coming up to what I think is rough terrain, what's the first thing I'm going to do?
Slow down.
I'm going to shift down a gear.
Right.
So I'm not talking about pulling your money out,
Right.
but if you believe there's a meaningful correction, I mean, we saw what a 2-3% correction felt like a couple weeks, July
Right.
the 30th. Do you remember what a 20% correction feels like? Because it's not fun.
Right.
So we're now preparing people for, we can't tell you when it's going to happen, but we can tell you from a historical perspective, we are due a 10 to 20% correction.
But when you have a correction, what do? Do you just weather it?
Well, here's the thing. You can do proactive things.
Okay.
You can either, there's a couple investment strategies. One is you can just have your advisor put you in a growth or aggressive growth or conservative portfolio and just leave it the same.
Okay.
The other is to try to identify the macro picture. So I'm not talking about micro picture of predicting it to a week or two or a month, but looking at the historicals, okay?
Okay.
So, for example, we've been helping to soften this already. Our downshift looks like a couple things. There's some guaranteed growth that we can use, some 7% guaranteed products, but then that leaves also some other areas like managed stocks and managed bonds. So specifically the managed bonds is where we really saw it save us during that correction because we were able to literally, they're highly tactical, which means they have the ability to go all to cash like that. And they did. Before the market corrected at all, our managed bond strategy was completely in cash and reinvested again about on the 14th.
Really? So no loss.
No loss. And I got to tell you, it was interesting watching people that were new to this product. They're like, so I got a couple calls. I'm all in cash. What's going on? I'm like, well, you'll see what's, you see what's going on. The Dow just dropped 300 and some points in one day, and you didn't correct at all.
Okay.
In fact, they made money during this period.
That's right, because all their stuff held its value.
Exactly. So, and that strategy by itself has also made money this year.
Okay.
So it's not like it's sitting on your hands, sitting out in,
But the key to this is you knowing your customer's
Exactly.
temperature.
That's right. That's right.
Their comfort zone.
That's right.
And your customer knowing you.
Yep.
And knowing what you're doing with their money. In other words, I have to say this, since I've had you on the show numerous times, I've had people that I know that say, well, I've never met with my strategist in the past 2 or 3 years. I've got a 401k or I've got money tied up in this or that. And I said, well, how often do you talk? Because I don't know how often you would want somebody to talk to you or not talk to you, but I've met people that for 2 or 3 years have not talked to anybody because they're intimidated to talk to that person. They're like, well, I didn't really understand it when I set it up.
Right.
So, and so on. And I think what Jim Weller, would be selling and dealing with Darren or Drew is the personality. They get to know you. You live here. You go out to eat here. You are part of the fiber of the community.
Right.
So in other words, you are just a real guy. Where some of these people are portrayed as sitting 3 stories off the ground or 23 stories off the ground.
So people maybe aren't comfortable sitting down and just chatting
Correct.
with them.
They're wearing a suit that costs as much as their third car, and stuff like that. So in other words, I don't know what you wear to work, but anyway, maybe you're wearing $2,000 suits. But that is
I promise you I'm not.
Okay, that is my perception as I talk to my friends.
You do know what I wear at work.
Right. So I just appreciate the fact that you change your clothes every day. So, all right. So anyway, that's I don't even know if that did you any justice, that little description. But I guess the description I'm trying to make is that when people talk about their money, they get nervous / uncomfortable.
Well, and the call to action here really is sit down with someone you do feel comfortable to sit down with, because there are some things you need to be doing if you haven't talked about your portfolio, if you haven't adjusted your strategy since 2009. Now's a really, really good time to make a change.
Right.
You don't want to wait until that correction happens, and then have a really uncomfortable talk with your guy, saying, "Hey, you just lost me a lot of money.
Right.
Why didn't you, so anyway.
Why didn't you call me sooner?"
Yeah.
All right. Well,
thanks. Jim.
Does it cost anything for like an initial meeting?
No, it does not.
Okay, so
More
somebody
to sit down with
literally
people.
could either shoot you an email or give you a phone call, and you're going to sit down and talk to them.
And the truth is, we don't always make clients of people we sit down with, and that's okay.
Okay.
Sometimes it's people just wanting a second opinion. Sometimes it's people that their needs could be met in a different, like a CD, for example.
Okay.
If that's a better need for you, in most cases it's not. But
Right.
if that's a better need for you, we're going to send you to a community bank or somewhere else.
Okay.
But just sitting down with us
Okay.
and chatting with us doesn't cost anything, and we'll give you a second opinion.
All right. Well, thanks. So we got Select Financial, 424-7777.
Correct.
Do we have a website?
We do.
What is it?
www.selectfinancial.us.
All right. And that's on the World Wide Web or the local web?
It's both, actually.
Both, okay.
We've decided it should be in both.
Both. That's nice of you. All right. And then what about an email address?
Darren, DARREN, at selectfinancial.us.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
I enjoy talking to you. I learn something every time.
Take care, Jim.
Okay, thank you. All right, folks, that was Darren Gingrich from Select Financial. I want to just put in a word. Oh, we have got your famous, here's his tagline. It's coming, everybody.
The opinions voiced in this program are for general information only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, financial advisor, or tax advisor prior to investing. Securities are offered in the U.S. through First Allied Securities Incorporated, a registered broker-dealer. Member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory services are offered through First Allied Advisory Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
All right, that was the voice of Brandon Ritter on that disclaimer. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning, Jim. How are you?
Good. Brooks is off today, so you are the executive producer?
That's what it is.
All right, and you're going to be in sales at 9 o'clock?
I am.
All right, so Weller's Utility Trailers opens at 9 today. I think Jason is out there putting the sidewalks down and getting everything ready, oiling the hinges on the door, and stuff like that, so that way everything works nice and smooth. We have trailers and trailers and trailers all over the place. Man, we've been getting them in like crazy, haven't we?
We have.
We had a hard time. We have a lot of trailers, but we probably had 400 or 500 of them on order. And so we had a terrible time getting trucking companies to haul these trailers. It was like, March, April, May. It was unreal. Something we used to pay $1,600 a load for, we started having to pay $2,500 to have a load of trailers hauled. That makes a big difference. But I guess things are leveling off a little bit now when we are getting them. So, in other words, our goal is to have like 1,000 trailers sitting on the ground. That's how many we sell in a year. So we just like to have a lot of inventory. We sleep better with all this inventory just sitting around the place. So anyway, I just want to let you know Weller's will be open today. You also can watch this show right now. We are streaming it, so we have people sitting there just watching us and listening to us. So anyway, it's wellerdoesdelmarva.com, and you're listening live on Delaware 105.9. Want to hit another one of my sponsors, Jeannie and Dave Morgan. Now, this is the people that are helping me detoxify. I think this might be a lifelong mission at the rate I'm going. In other words, I'm working with one person who is really pushing eat greens, so I started taking this protein shake. It's only got 100 calories. It's full of fiber, which is a good thing. Helps keep everything moving, but it kind of helps me detoxify from the inside out. So I take a protein shake every day, and I kind of like it. Gives me a little more energy. I don't even know if it's supposed to or not, but it does. And all of the different things I get, I'm getting from Dave and Jeannie Morgan. Also, another thing I do is once a week, I do this wrap. And I do it now. Like people can do it different places. Some people do it like the backs of their arms. Some people do their throats. Some people, I don't even know what back fat is, but she told me if I say back fat, people know what it means. But anyway, I think it's the opposite of it. You get your fat back, but she said call it back fat. So anyway, but I do my stomach, and it's tightening and toning and detoxifies me and so on. So I don't quite understand it all, and I really don't care. If I do understand it all, I know I'm getting results, and I like that. So if you're sitting there listening and you're saying, well, I would like to learn more about these products, wouldn't mind if somebody coached me along the way, Dave and Jeannie Morgan are good people. They'll talk to you. They'll work with you. They're a local couple. I'm going to give you their phone number. And if you say, look, I think Jim said this on the radio, I think they'll do it. If you say, I think Jim said, if I call that you'll wrap me one time for free just so I can see the results, I think they'll do it. I can't 100% guarantee it because she didn't authorize me to say this. I'm just kind of winging it. So her phone number is 422-8315, 422-8315. They have a website, which is getnaturalbodywraps.com, and they have a Facebook page, which is Delaware de.wrapandtone, de.wrapandtone on Facebook. So like them on Facebook. Check out their website. Call them on the phone at 422-8315, and I think she'll give you that free wrap. If not, you got to reword it. You got to say, I really think I heard Jim say you'll give me 2 free wraps. And then she might say, I never authorized 2 free wraps, but I might give you 1. And seeing that way everybody wins. You know, you're supposed to ask for what you want and settle for what you can get. I do it all the time, okay? So anyway, that's that, all right? So you are listening to Weller Does Delmarva. This is a live show, believe it or not. Brandon, are you working in sales today?
I am working in sales today.
Okay. We actually have a studio audience here today.
We do.
2 gentlemen come over from
crowd.
Millsboro.
Yeah.
Got up early and so on. But anyway, and I think they're going to talk about a shed after we get off the air. So
I'll be
we
the
are
one
here.
they're talking to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're the shed guru, huh?
Yeah, shed guru.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 of them. I'm expecting 2 sales.
I did it last week.
Okay.
I'll do it again.
2 neighbors. Okay. In other words.
Or one twice the size.
Right. But what did you do? You sold one to one man on one side of the street and one.
Yeah.
That was kind of a rarity, wasn't it?
Yep.
But it was nice, wasn't it?
It was fun.
Yeah. What you want is the homeowners association to come in and
come by for everybody.
buy one for everybody as a gift, like out of the clear blue sky or something like that.
I'll need to make an appointment for that one.
Yeah, you will. So anyway, but if you have a need for a shed, you live in a homeowners association, one neat thing about what we have to offer is you can get different roof pitches, different shingles, different colors, can you get different kinds of vinyl siding?
Yes.
It's like one called bead board and one something else.
Yes. Yeah, they have a direct line, and then if you need a special kind of vinyl, they will actually, you get the code and everything, and they will actually go and get it for you.
Really?
Mm-hmm,
because that matters in some homeowners associations.
Yes.
In other words, you know. So,
Yep.
All right. Well, anyway, and whether you need a big one, our friend Gary Corman bought, what, a 40-footer?
40 foot, 14 foot wide.
That was a big one, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. And
we should have been there videoing that thing.
We should have. It was put back in a small little cubby hole.
Yeah,
under
down there at
some
Millman's
trees.
Appliances, yeah.
I would have loved to seen a 40-foot trailer, but
he was impressed
shed
how
put
they
back
backed it in there.
They do a great job. They're really
they really are.
people.
Well, they're Amish built, and we've actually learned that not all Amish built sheds are built the same, didn't
right, exactly.
we? Because we go to an Amish trade show once a year, and so we get to see this man's Amish sheds and this man's Amish sheds and this man's, and we're like, holy mackerel, we learned that on the swing sets too, didn't we?
We did.
You know, so at Weller's, we're here for a long time. We're not like some of these businesses you see that just pop up and then 2 years later they're gone and so on. I don't even know how long I've been in business. I'm 56. I started when I was 16. That sounds like 40 years. Gosh, I'm getting old. Someday I can retire.
Yeah.
So after I work another 40 years. But anyway, so, you know, we're here. We're live. We're local. We'll take good care of you. And we try real hard to sell good stuff at a fair price. We are not out to be the cheapest guy, because the cheapest guy never has anything to be pleased with other than he was the cheapest guy, you know.
Right.
So we try to be fair and give you as much value as we possibly can. All right, what do you want to talk about next? We got a minute here.
Just to come in and see Brandon. Like I said, I'm in sales today, so
Brooks is off.
Brooks is off.
So he feels like he's cutting you a break.
I have a fair chance at selling some stuff today.
Brooks is good. We miss you, Brooks, if you're listening.
And we got to give Jason a run for his money.
That's right. Oh, Jason's out there. That's
Jason's
right.
out there. He's got a head start on me right now.
He does. I want to give the barn a plug real quick. Weller's Red Barn is closing for good next Wednesday. No, sorry, I messed up already. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 3 days, 60% off. And somebody the other day, I told them an example of something, and they couldn't believe it. And they just said, is this real? 6 pairs of socks. 6 pairs of socks for $1.80 after all discounts.
Unbelievable.
Brand new socks. And you can mix and match them. You could get 6 pair of dress socks, or you could get 2 pair or 4 pair. They're like in packs. Some of them are 2 packs, 4 packs. Some of them are single pairs. You can get kids socks. So, Mom, if you're listening, or Dad, if you're listening, you need some. I told somebody about it yesterday, and they said it's cheaper to buy those socks than it is to wash the socks they already own. So I don't know if I'm going to test that theory for sure, but
keep throwing them away.
Yeah. But you only got 3 days. It's next Thursday from noon. We're going to open at noon next Thursday. Get the lunch crowd in there, okay? It's nothing like buying socks on your lunch break. We're going to be open from noon to 7:30, and then Friday from 8 to 5, and Saturday from 8 to 2. Any questions at all? 422-7336. We've got tires, we've got tools, we've got picnic tables. We've got a brand new in the box. It's called a Kids Ladybug rocking chair for $3.20. So what I'm saying is, after 60% off, the stuff is insanely cheap. We just need to completely empty the building. Now, it doesn't include anything outside, and it doesn't include the shelves or the tiles on the floor or the sheetrock on the walls. We had people trying to buy the lights out of the ceiling. We're not stripping the building, okay? We have the building rented to somebody, so all we're really doing is selling all of our merchandise, okay? So anyway, and if that rental agreement don't work out, we're going to open something else new there. So we're going to do something one way or another. You know what I mean? Yeah, so people are saying, is this the last sale? This is the last sale. After that, I don't know what I'm going to do with the stuff. So Weller's Red Barn, not open this weekend. Next Thursday and Friday and Saturday, Labor Day weekend, and then that's it. Okay? 422-7336. Any questions there? And we are, again, going to be open here at Weller's in Bridgeville. So 337-8228 is here at the store if you have any questions, and we'll take good care of you here. So you're listening to Weller Does Delmarva. And we are live right here on Delaware 105.9. And we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back in just a minute or so.
Merkel in Kiev says peace is not possible until the Russia-Ukraine border has better controls. She's calling for improved monitoring. An aid convoy is returning to Russia amid controversy. British Ambassador to the UN, Mark Lyle.
It has nothing to do with humanitarianism. That humanitarian effort is being coordinated by the United Nations, and if the Russian Federation wanted to participate in that, it could do so in a collective way rather than acting unilaterally.
Russian Ambassador Vitaly Churkin.
We simply could not tolerate a situation where some guys from the border who have been sitting there since August 15 and then promising us that, any day we can start moving. Now the Ukrainian forces started shelling Lugansk, and they are telling us, no, you cannot go because the security situation is bad. This is absurd.
Some trucks remain in Ukraine. There's no indication how many. CBS News Update, I'm Gary Nunn.
Reducing your smoking risk and switching to electronic cigarettes? Come to a store dedicated to helping you learn about all the choices and try before you buy. Delmar Vapor Lounge is located next door to Delmar Pizza in the State Line Shopping Center in Delmar, Delaware, and offers a clean, family-friendly environment to help you transition to a less harmful nicotine delivery system. Delmar Vapor has over 140 house flavors of quality e-liquid mixed to order. You decide how much nicotine you get without sacrificing flavor. Delmar Vapor carries only high-quality equipment covered by a manufacturer's warranty. Finding your perfect e-liquid is the most important step to the transition from smoking to vaping. So don't waste time and money on other e-cigarettes until you first visit Delmar Vapor Lounge. Complete packages starting at just $35, including e-liquid. Delmar Vapor Lounge is open 9 to 9 Sunday through Thursday until 11 on Friday and Saturday. Visit Delmar Vapor Lounge on Route 13 State Line Shopping Center, Delmar, Delaware.
When you give to Goodwill, you give individuals like Rose the opportunity to work, hope for a new beginning, and a second chance at life.
Within a short 2 months, our world just turned upside down. We went from having a stable home to having to move into a motorhome, and that's kind of when I thought, I really need to do something. I really need to get some skill set. I just assumed you bought stuff from thrift stores, and thrift stores did stuff to help people, but no idea that Goodwill offered computer training. Within not even a month or so of completing the class, I had the job I always wanted. Goodwill played such a huge part in making my dream come true. Goodwill gives hope. Goodwill gives you the opportunity to be able to better yourself, which in bettering yourself, you better your family, you better your community, you better everybody around you. It's a ripple effect, and it starts with Goodwill.
Your donations to Goodwill give someone job training and the skills they need to support themselves and their families. To hear how your donations have impacted the lives of individuals like Rose, visit goodwillde.org. Goodwill, we are more than the store.
When you give to Goodwill, you give someone hope.
When was the last time you had your computer serviced? If it's been over a year, it may be too long. At C&J Computers, we have tune-up packages starting at $80. We check the overall health of your system and optimize it to run like it should. Computer service should never cost more than the system is worth. If it's not worth repair, we'll tell you. We even have affordable use systems. Service charges rarely exceed $140. Chris and Jenna Computers, located in downtown Milford, look for the green C&J at 106 Northwest Front Street or call 422-7007.
Hi, this is Dan Gaffney inviting you to make lasting memories when we take a 7-day Eastern Caribbean cruise leaving from Baltimore April 19th. This is my personal invitation to you to join me as we go to Grand Turk, Half Moon Key in the Bahamas, Freeport in the Bahamas, and enjoy all the amenities on board the Carnival Pride. The folks at Bethany Travel Dream Vacations have put together a great package. You can cruise for 7 days. Of course, this includes all the port charges and meals, 24-hour room service for as little as $788. Upgrading to a balcony cabin in the low 900s. Based on double occupancy, it's going to be a great trip. April 19th. Set sail with me on Delaware 1059. This 7-day cruise brought to you in part by Winner of Dover. WinnerDover.com. Winner Ford, Hyundai, Subaru, and Volkswagen. For more information and to book, call Bethany Travel at 933-0955.
Susan Monday here, inviting you to check out Sip and Bite on Delaware 1059. Tune in at 3 every Saturday to find out where you should go for dinner tonight, or to find out about a local event where you'll get to experience great dishes prepared by the fabulous chefs we have in the area. And let's not forget about the local wineries, breweries, and distilleries with something to quench your thirst. It's all about supporting local on Sip and Bite. So join me on a culinary journey every Saturday on Delaware 1059. Brought to you by the J. Caputo Restaurant Group. The truth is on your fork.
Hi, I'm Christina Lassard with Lassard Builders. If you are looking for a new home, one of your biggest challenges is trying to force your family's current and future needs into a specific home plan. At Lassard Builders, our goal is to build a true custom home where you can make changes or add features to one of our plans, or we'll help you design your own. Whether downsizing or expanding, work hand in hand with my father and third-generation builder to build the home that suits your family's current and future needs. Stop by our model home in the East Villages of 5 Points or online at lassardbuilders.com.
Keeping it local is important to third-generation builder Brian Lassard and the Lassard Builders team. They are loyal to local contractors, businesses, and continually give back by volunteering and serving on nonprofit boards. They have a new blog called Live Delaware, dedicated to supporting locally owned and operated organizations. Join in by going to LassardBuilders.com and clicking on the Live Delaware tab. Live Delaware is just a reminder to keep it local in the nation's small wonder.
The following program is a paid commercial presentation. The comments, views, and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of the staff, management, or advertisers of Delaware 1059.
Oh, my goodness. Jim Weller here. Weller Does Delmarva. Good morning, everybody. We are live right here inside my office at Weller's Utility Trailers on Route 13 in Bridgeville, and we got people watching us online. It's kind of neat. So we're here, and we're actually live right here in Bridgeville. Sean, I didn't know if I told you that, but we're now streaming, so everybody can see you. All right, so that's
Glad
Sean.
I did my hair this morning.
That's right, me too. Anyway, I want to mention another sponsor, L&W Insurance Agency. Good friend of mine, Bill Strickland owns it. I've been dealing with him. Actually, I dealt with the man that owned it before Bill bought it. Bill's worked there for years, and then he ended up buying the business. So if you need insurance, and everybody I talk to says, I don't need insurance, I've already got insurance, and I need it to cost me less than what it does. Well, insurance is important, but being properly insured, I think, is the most important thing. So if you want somebody to talk to you about insurance, maybe you have insurance and you bought it from somebody that you couldn't physically go see or touch or talk to, like over the internet, and you say, I really want an agent that I can see once in a while, in other words, or talk to or knows where their office is. L&W Insurance Agency is located in Dover. They have a local number, which is 856-7828, 856-7828. They offer auto insurance, home insurance, health, life, commercial coverage. So if you need any kind of insurance, give them a call. Tell them I sent you. What I really like is if I call during the day, normal business hours, I get an actual human being that actually works there, that actually knows who's in their office and not in their office. I don't just get the person, get flipped over to, to go to the next person I'm looking for, and bang, they're not there. She'll say, Jim, so-and-so's not in their office right now. Do you want their voicemail, or would you like somebody else? I like that. So anyway, the phone number is 856-7828. On the web, it's lwinsurance.com. Good people. Tell them I sent you, and talk to them about insurance if you need any insurance. Now I'm going to jump to another subject that I've enjoyed talking about, which is first-class heating and air. And I've got Sean here this morning, which is who I actually met in the very beginning. Good morning.
Good morning, Jim. How are you?
Real good. And I bought a couple systems, and had some other work done. But I started out with you guys buying a heating and air conditioning system, and then while there, you talked to me and told me about the encapsulation, which I'd already had on my mind, which I'm very happy with. Again, I know that in your sales pitch, the drop in the electric was not a big thing, but I cannot get over how my electric bill has changed. And I'll tell you another thing. The encapsulation has made my floors a little cooler in the summer, which is kind of nice because you come in from outside and kick your shoes off. First thing that happens is your feet get a little cooler.
Yes.
I kind of like it. I notice my animals, instead of laying close to the vents, they just lay anywhere on the floor. Yep. So you got to get all that in that sales pitch. You got to talk to them animals. So, but anyway, you guys been busy?
We have, yeah. I mean, even despite the weather we're having, it's all
over the charts, isn't it?
I tell you, it's almost here. Here we finally got our spring.
Okay,
we went from winter to summer, and now we're into spring here at the end of August. So, but it's been good. I mean, the summer was really good. Hopefully, we're going to get some more heat in here and make another run at it. But
another run.
Coming up here in the, if not, then we've always got the fall and the
people turning their heaters
seasons, on. Yeah, and if there's any indication of last year's winter, we don't know what we're into for this year. So, there's going to be some good opportunities to, like you said, lower your energy bills from last year. You can lower them, keep that trend going.
Yeah.
Get the systems maintained though. That's a big thing. Right now, like I said, it's kind of in between seasons.
I mean, if somebody's going to call to have something serviced, isn't it almost more affordable to just buy your service agreement first?
It really is. Yeah.
In other words,
right. And they usually go over that on the phone with them, and even when the techs are out there, if not, they do mention it as soon as they call in. But it's not an upsell. It's not a gimmick to get more money out of a customer. It's more of a savings
it's
plan.
the better value.
It really is. You're going to get discounts. You're going to get percentages off with that, and they show it right to you on the invoice. And we have a flat rate pricing up front, so they know what the service call is, they know what the cost of the repair is, and then they show you the savings underneath there. If you have the service maintenance agreement, they're going to show you what your savings is, and right there usually will pay for itself.
Now, I have a question, and I hope I've been advertising you correctly, but now that I got you, I want to make sure.
Sure.
Okay, because I've been saying it for weeks.
What are we giving away for free now?
No, it wasn't even for free. Here's what I'm saying. If somebody buys the service agreement, they can decide whether they want their unit serviced once a year, twice a year. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. And that includes you come out and you check everything over and you make sure the amps are the right amount of amps, and that's how you can tell maybe if a motor's going bad or something, if it's pulling too many amps and so on. But after they buy that service agreement, for anything else they want done at that house, I hope I'm saying it right, but if they needed plumbing done, do they then get a discount on the plumbing?
Yes.
Okay, because that is actually what I've been telling everybody every week.
Yes, that's correct.
In other words, so my mind is thinking, if you need a new, do you water pumps or do you just, you do, and you do hot water heaters?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, and so if somebody wanted a new kitchen faucet.
Right. Yep. Anything on the plumbing side of any leaks?
And somebody said, I want a
toilets?
new toilet. Do you sell them a toilet and put it in?
Yes, we do.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything on the plumbing side. So.
Okay, so so I guess technically if they buy a maintenance agreement on their heater and air conditioner, not only are they going to get that maintained and a discount on anything else it needs, then whether they want electrical work, plumbing, anything like that, they get another discount.
Home performance as well. So.
Really?
Yeah. Anything we do with the energy audit we did at your house. They have,
they would get a discount on
discounts on that. They do discounts on any of the performances that we do afterwards, whether it be insulation, spray foaming, encapsulation, dehumidifiers, anything like that. So it's a very, it's a benefit.
It's like a no-brainer almost.
Yeah, it really is really helpful.
Wow.
And of course, with any purchase of a new system, they come with a year service maintenance agreement as well, like you got on yours. So. That's already covered. And then all manufacturers, even especially with new systems, a lot of people don't think, well, it's brand new, I don't need to have it serviced. And I would say it's like going to buy a car and think you don't have to have the oil changed just because it's a new car.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. It definitely needs to be maintained, and you definitely want maintenance done on the systems and have them running to peak performance. And two things it does is it keeps warranties in play.
Right.
So, if you do have to, have anything done, if it hasn't been maintained for 5 or 6 years, and all of a sudden you have a failed fan motor or compressor, some of the manufacturers will require a detailed track record of maintenance to see that you've had it maintained.
Okay.
And most of the time it's not a problem. You can get it through it and you can get around it. But the biggest thing is if you have that record, it's a much easier process to.
But I would almost believe if you sold me a new system and I had you maintain it, you're going to spot any problems most likely, and you're just going to handle it.
Right, and we do it before it becomes a major problem. I mean, if we can look at it and say, yeah, this part is really starting to deteriorate, it's having some problems, we change it under warranty. There's no out-of-pocket cost to you.
But I don't have to deal with the manufacturer if I just deal with you.
Exactly right.
It's like one call does it all.
Exactly. Yep. We handle everything on our end. All you have to do is schedule the appointment and make it accessible for us to get in there and take care of it, and that's it. So it's very simple. Coming up right now, we're gonna with the maintenances. Obviously, this is the spring or the fall season when it's time to get those done. If you have a maintenance agreement with us and there's a time that works better for you, some people have in their schedule they want it in September, they want it in October, they want it call in and go ahead and get that ball rolling, get it on the schedule. We do reminder calls, we do reminder follow-up letters and emails and things like that. But a lot of people have a.
Do you do reminder luncheons?
We don't do that.
Take me out to lunch to remind me my.
Mind you, it's time to buy a new system. How about that? We'll do that one. There it is.
Okay. Now we're up in the ante.
There we go.
All right.
No, but so they do all that. But a lot of people have certain times of the year when their rental program, for instance, may be over, and September they want to shut it down for the year.
Yep,
so
that's a good
we
idea.
go in there, we get the system maintained, get it done, get it out of the way, get it ready to go for the either the next wave of rentals, the next off-season rentals, or just to for the people that are actually starting to enjoy their houses, for themselves now.
Make
to get
it comfy.
Yes, get the filters cleaned and the coils cleaned and everything ready to go.
Now another thing, my thermostat, I think you said it can be set up to where if I say I just want it when something doesn't work right, that it just notifies you.
Yes.
How does it do that? Just through the internet, send you an email?
Yep, it's just a Wi-Fi.
So that little thing on the wall will notify you?
Yes.
No kidding.
Yeah. We get a lot of emails off of that too. It's kind of
off of mine?
No, not
What's
off
it telling
yours.
you
No,
about
no.
me?
It's saying every time you change you can actually have that set up so every time you change your temperature, it'll email you, or every time you need something, it'll or you can do it just as general maintenance or for when there's actual problems. So people that have it, I actually have it on mine, and we have a power failure. I was actually I was on vacation last week, and I got an email saying the power was out. And came back on for a certain amount of time. So that's interesting. But it gives you that peace of mind that you know that you have eyes on the system when you're not there.
Right.
People that even as a primary, like you have it in your own home. I mean, it's just kind of nice to see, and you find yourself checking it more often.
I do too. Every time I walk down the hallway, I like to know what the temperature is outside.
Yeah.
Now, even if you had rentals, though, it would be good. So, in other words, you would know what your tenants are doing or not doing, or paying attention to or not paying attention to.
You can see when they set it way down too low or when they set it way up high in the wintertime, and you can go in there and manually adjust it. You can
if the electric gets cut off and you didn't know it.
Right. Yep. All of a sudden
3 days goes by.
It's that non-communicating email that you get back saying, "Oh, something's going on there."
Right.
So that's something that is really kind of nice. We had one customer that had a condensate issue. It actually safety switch shut the system down. To make sure that it didn't. It was, I guess, a couple years old, and condensate line in a main stack of a building was clogged up, and it basically saved it from flooding the unit below, and sent an email out, and we got out there, and we were able to take care of it and get it back online. And so that's a
proactive approach.
Very nice on that one.
Yeah, very proactive. Wow. So I see your trucks all and about. Since I've started working with you and stuff, I'm learning a lot more all the time. I talk to people out in public. I need to keep these service agreements right in my pocket sometimes. I was somewhere the other day, and I'm like, I don't know exactly how much the price is, in other words, but I know it's a very good value. We've mentioned before, but you've been serving Delmarva for like 40 years.
Yeah.
So you must have been just a little kid when you started.
It was negative 7 when it started.
But anyway, locally owned person lives right in the community that owns it.
In Sussex County right now.
Yep. And
started up in North, but moved down here, and family-owned business. We do the whole area. We still go up north up through.
You go into Maryland some too?
We do. Yep.
Okay, Salisbury.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay.
We go all the way down to Crisfield.
No
all the way down through there, all the way basically to the Virginia line. And all the way up through on the peninsula, over through Easton, and up that way. So
all your guys are background tested or drug tested, or
exactly certified. All the service techs are certified in all aspects of.
So you just didn't hire them?
No.
And turn them loose with a tool belt? No,
not at all. No, they definitely have. There's actually a pretty good interview process. There's some tests involved and everything like that when we do check out new employees, and just to make sure that there's a reputation online.
And when you get somebody to your house, you don't know what they're doing or not doing, so it's important that you know what they're doing and not doing.
And everyone in there, the way we look at it is we would be more than comfortable having them work at our own house or our parents' house or whatever like that. So I mean that's the thing. If you're not comfortable with something, you can't send them out into a customer and have to ever have that worry. So all our service and install guys are very, very good, qualified,
very good.
Light.
All right. Okay. Well, anyway, so it's First Class Heating and Air. I got a phone number of 934-8900. Am I still using the right number?
That's the right number. That's the best way to get a hold of us.
And then you got the website is the word first and the word class, firstclasshvac.com. You have a lot of info on your website, I noticed.
We do, yes.
You got some testimonials on there?
We do, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of customers that when we get those nice letters in and the nice testimonials in, they get put on there.
I need to do a 1-hour testimonial for you on your website.
That'd be great. We do. You can stream it right out of there.
Yeah.
No, and as you mentioned that the website does have a ton of information.
I noticed that. It really does, yeah.
Shows all our services, but it goes in depth with a lot of, we do get a lot of questions about home performance. I mean, that's kind of a new thing for our industry in this area. And some people are coming on board with it now, which is great because it actually, it addresses the problems of the house. It's no longer, like we said earlier, it's no longer just you had a 3-ton unit in there before, and here's another 3-ton unit. That's not always what's necessary. So, you really do see what's works for the house, what is needed for the house.
And a lot of it has to do with how many people coming in and out the doors, and what size fan we should put, whether we should put a modular or what is it, where
variable speed.
Yeah, variable speed or whatever. Right. So it's a little more proactive than it was ever.
Oh yeah.
It's not just here's what I had, put a new one in.
Right. Exactly. There's plenty
give
of
me some options.
Exactly. And that's the biggest thing. If you can have options, you're not just tied into one thing. And we heard you say earlier, prices and everything.
It's
you
not.
do
I mean,
get what you pay for, and we have budget lines all the way up through very high end, high efficiency geothermal systems and systems that are comparable to geo. And is it right for everyone? No, but is it in certain situations? Some of them are. We'll even be honest with you. If we don't, if I'm in a house and the house is very leaky and the ductwork's leaky and this and that, and you have a budget you need to stick in.
Right.
A lot of people say, I just want something very, very efficient. Well, you're not going to get it with that. You need to have something kind of mid-range and then take care of the other stuff and, get the ductwork and get the house where it needs to go. And then you're going to have that efficiency. So,
right.
You're spending, you don't, instead of spending more money for something that you're not getting that value out of, you're spending, your money more wisely.
Right.
Yes, is that way.
Yeah, because no matter how good a deal you get on a bad deal, it's still a bad deal.
Bad deal. Exactly right. Yeah.
All right, First Class Heating and Air. You've been listening to Sean. You actually were a tech, and now you are a sales representative.
That's correct. Yeah, started as a helper to installer to tech.
So when I met somebody, I talked to him on the phone actually, and they said, well, when I talked to Sean, he really acted like he knew what he was talking about. I said, it's not because he just read books and manuals. I said he actually used to do it.
Yeah.
In other words, he's hands-on.
Yeah. And that makes it my job very
They
easy.
They had talked to you and a couple other people, and you made a very good impression on them.
That's good to hear.
So I said, well, don't let him fool you. So anyway, all right, 934-8900, First Class Heating and Air, folks. Give them a call. Check them out if you want a home performance test, if you need something looked at, worked on, electrical, plumbing, AC, Delaware, Maryland. They'll take good care of you. 934-8900. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, have a good weekend.
You too.
All right, next I want to mention my accountant. He is into accounting. His name's George Luff and Associates. Got 3 offices. Here's what I find neat. They got 3 offices but 1 phone number. That kind of amazes me. What I like about that is because if you're trying to get up with them, they know who's where that day. I kind of like that. So the phone number's 422-9699, 422-9699, but they've got an office in Rehoboth. They've got one in Milford, and they've got one in Dover. And, of course, they do accounting, no question there. But they also do payroll, and they have this system called Easy Payroll, and it has made my daughter's life easy for them doing our payroll. I don't know if it's been 1 year or a year and a half or 2 years. Seems like forever. But I've been dealing with them for over 20 years, but they've been doing our payroll, and it's just really nice. So if you have a small business, as little as 1 employee, if you have hundreds of employees, they can help you out. 422-9699. On the web, it's Luff, L-U-F-F, CPAs.com. LuffCPAs.com. Also wanted to mention Jeannie and Dave Morgan again. In other words, they have all kinds of products that will help you get detoxified. That's the important thing. I'm looking forward to being completely detoxified. In other words, and then I'll just be as fit as a fiddle. And then I can do these wraps and tighten and tone my muscles. They have all kinds of things. They almost are like a coach to you. So if you're listening, you say, well, I'd like to see what in the world it's about. Or if you want to learn more about it, check out their Facebook page, which is DelawareWrapandTone.com. It's really just DeWrapandTone.com, and it's WARP, okay, andtone.com. No, it's not andtone.com. Brandon, you're supposed to correct me. It says on Facebook. You don't use .com. It's Delaware Wrap and Tone on Facebook. Now, when we get to their website, it's getnaturalbodywraps.com, okay? Got it? And then they even have a telephone line, okay?
A telephone
line, 422-8315, 422-8315. Call now and say, listen, I'm tired of listening to Jim. I want to get one of these wraps. And I want one for free. And as long as you ask her nicely, she may just do it. I can't remember if she will or won't this week. Anyway, Weller's is getting ready to open. What in the world is it? It's almost 9 o'clock. Wow. Where has the time went?
All gone.
All gone.
Lots of fun in here
One thing about time is you can't get it back.
Nope.
So we talked about the barn opening next Thursday. Me and you will be running it then, won't we?
We will, yeah.
You'll be doing all the work, and I'll be watching you.
Exactly.
All right. Anyway, at least he knows how it's going to go.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
I noticed out here we got a lot of used trailers. We've been trading them, buying them. What have we been doing?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
We got people that just don't need a trailer anymore and
They
have
wanna
had
turn
it
it
out
into cash.
Yeah, they've had it out in their front yard, and they decided, I don't know who's going to come into my front
That's
yard
scary nowadays.
when I sell it,
Yeah.
so they'd rather come to a business where they know they're going to be treated right.
Yeah, that's a good point, isn't it? In other words, you run an ad somewhere and you bring a total stranger to your house and you're selling a trailer for $2,000 and you don't want to take a check, you want cash. So now you got a total stranger bringing you $2,000 to your yard. They hand you the $2,000, and next thing you know, the $2,000's gone and the trailer.
Exactly.
It's like a bad dream. Where'd everything go? So what we're saying is if you bring it to Weller's in Bridgeville, we're going to look at your trailer. We had a gentleman in here the other day with a dump trailer, I believe, and I don't think we could quite give him what he wanted.
Right.
But what he wanted was very fair.
Right.
So we decided to sell it for him on consignment.
Yep, we have it out front if you want to take a look at it.
So in other words, what we're saying also is if you have something for sale, we kind of buy a little bit of everything. If we can't get together, maybe we'll help you sell it. We have a lot of road frontage out here. We do a lot of advertising. Got these nice, intelligent, energetic salesmen working here, that just want to sell something. Plus, we can offer financing, to somebody, or we can trade something in to help somebody sell something. Right. So either way, if you can't sell your trailer to us, maybe we could sell it for you. And if you're looking for a trailer and you want to use it that often and you want to save some money, we've got a crop of them. They look like a crop out there in the field. Some are pretty, some are ugly. In other words, it's like going to a public event. Some are pretty, some are ugly, but they're all there. So anyway, if you need a trailer, opener and closed, dump trailer, landscape trailer, tilt bed trailer, I think we've got some used aluminum trailers out there.
Yep.
So we got a little bit of everything. Phone number here is
302-337-8228.
337-8228 on the web. We got Wellers.com. Somebody can look at our website and learn a lot about it. If you want to learn a little more about me, you can go right to Wellers.com. There's a little video down there.
Yep.
It says Jim Weller, the man, the myth, the legend. The man, the midget, the myth, the legend. Anyway, we're out of time, folks. Golly day, where did it go? Thank you, Fran, for doing everything back there. WellerDoesDelmarva.com. You can watch our shows, and we'll see you next week. God bless you. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.